asking people to get ready. Community from community to communities, from classroom to classrooms, from offices to offices, from every home to another home. Discuss the possibility, the marginalization of the Yorubas in the Nigeria projects. Demand and join the self-determination campaign because Yoruba deserves better. So I'm calling on you to let you know that I'm going to take that action this week from our money. And if you come across them, I am planning that we should go for 4 first. We have one at Baga in Lagos. We have one at Shagamu Interchange. We have another one at Iwo Road in Ibadan. For everybody traveling down to Oyo, Ogbomosho, Ilorin, they will always use the interchange in Iwo Road, Ibadan. So if it's not Iwo Road, then possibly we'll drop it at Tollgate, Ibadan. We are also going to put one on Shagamu, Beni, or Road. Then we'll watch this for a month. If they pull them down, we will sue their government. Because this money that they are going to charge us for this publicity is going to go through their government purse. So if any government of any of these states touches our stuff after collecting money from us, that means we can start fighting them right there in their own courts. Yes, let's start fighting them from their own courts. And that is why I am telling you tonight, from what we have received, sorry, I'm not a mathematician, so I decided to just put some jotter here, right? The last time I spoke to you, I said we had about 17,000 pounds left from our first spending when we spent 7.8 million naira from our first tranche of money we paid out. Then we had a proposal for April that we're likely going to possibly spend up to 10 million naira in this month. Then we made a lump payment that we did pay. So at the end of the day, we made a payment of about about 5.2 million naira. One of the payments includes, which includes the 3 million naira lump payment we made towards the legal issue of the Go 12. The 1.7 million naira we paid towards the welfare of Alano and Deputy Alano as we did last month. And another 500,000 naira committed to this report I'm telling you about. Although there has been others committed to it, but by the time the reports start coming in this month, I would be able to explain better to all of you. I don't want to kind of, expose the cover of those who offer to do this job for us. So I would rather just tell you that something is coming in that regard, but in what form, wait till it is delivered, okay? But it is one of those money I spent that I actually feel proud of. And many of you will be proud of it too. The data we are going to get from that, which are going to be verifiable data, reliable data, documented one, are going to help in so many ways when we are going to take up the damages done to Yoruba land or done in Yoruba land covered by the APC, Egbekegbe, Tifnumbu and gang. These materials will become handy. Very, very handy. So, and it is quite cheap. I wouldn't say cheap, but compared to what people have kind of taken from us, this is one great investment that you all will be proud of. However, we are also going to make commitment towards this publicity. For now, I have actually made a deal. A deal I have actually compared, and I believe that is fair enough. Again, I won't say much on that until we go to that execution stage. So among what we have left, our people have been responding again, all of you, my friends. The last 4 or 5 days, you have all responded to my request that we should up our contribution as we are also expanding what we have. The more we spend, the more we will need to continue to meet our target, or else we'll run out at a point and all of this will be shelved. Maybe before we do that, there's something so substantial that we can achieve with this, and we are right on it. So we have a lot of requests in, and we have also have a lot of contribution in, all there online. So my friends will make donations via PayPal. I got your donation, like I said the last time. I also received another one again from Kalu Okpara. Sorry, my brother, I love mentioning your name because you are such a regular, or even on Mayegun's Diary Political YouTube, Kalu Okpara. I don't know if he's watching right now. So, Kalu, I received your 17 pounds donation towards this, which I believe is also for what we are doing. So it's going to be added to it. Every other donation is out there, as you can see the writing on the, if you go onto the website where we are doing the fundraiser, we have spent majority of that money you are seeing there, 30,000, 32,000 you are seeing there. We have spent more than, we have received more than 80% of that. And we have, out of that 80%, we have spent more than 50% of that. So which means that we've spent more than what you are seeing up there, but we still have a lot with us. Currently, by the time what you have added, because in the last 3 days or 4 days, I bet we've raised more than 2,000 pounds. Okay, it slowed down again, right? But when I started talking about it, we raised more than 2,000 pounds in 2 days. So by the time they deduct all the charges, because that's what they do, okay? They don't give me everything. They take their charges on every transaction like that, and there's a way they do it, and then they remit everything else after. So when they are done, after maybe about 7 days, I bet some of them will come in this week. That means we are likely going to have our balance will be somewhere around 10,000 pounds. So that means we still have more than 7 million naira in our bank, okay? And from that 700 million naira, I am going to be spending about 1 million naira of that towards that, what I said, the report coverage, which is going to be delivered, as well as the publicity I told you of, okay? I may not go fully into that, but you know the figure. So once I manage to clear that this week, all those publicity will begin to pop up. And don't tell anybody that it's Mayegu. Just say it's you, the brethren from the temple of truth, the Yorubas in diaspora, the friends of Yorubas, lovers of freedom, liberty, are those who did it. And when we test the water, if no yawa or anything, it will do more and more and more and more until you can't turn or drive on any motorway, any highway in Yoruba land without seeing a message telling you about Yoruba nation. Yorubas are going. It is just a matter of time. The amalgamation has expired, right? And then 60 years or 62 years after independence, Yorubas have paid enough to keep Nigeria to what Nigeria is now. It is time that we looked after Nigeria for 62 years, right? It is time to look after ourselves. Messages like this will be popping up on your different, then the next stage is we are going to go into their radio. All we need is just to get the league of all these broadcasters. Again, I won't go much into that until when it is almost done like this, like the publicity I just told you of, until when it is almost done, we will infiltrate their radio stations. We will infiltrate their TV stations. When I say infiltrate, we will make them bold enough to talk about Yoruba nation. Okay? We will make them open up programs where people will call in to discuss and express their views about the Yoruba nation and the struggle for it. So there's a long way to go. I just thought we can use the little we have to start, to start doing a kitty here and there. Because that our kitty here and there is part of what we make many of them who are living in denial to come to that reality. Waiting they no one talk about. We will make them talk about it. They wanted us to be violent. We will teach them that no, everything is not a violence, so to say. There are ways we can disarm those who feel so powerful than us without shooting a gun. Again, it's going to be one of our techniques in dismantling this hegemony. Ayuade Oseni, thank you very much for your super chat. I just wanted to show my appreciation for all you do, for your steadfastness and for arming us with information to defend ourselves. Thank you, Mayego, and thank you very much, sir, if it is a sir. Now, same thing goes to Victoria Omolade, thank you very much, ma, for your own super chat too, super sticker rather. Then I also have Oluremi Kilanko Ogabi. Thank you very much as well for your own super sticker too, and thanks to every one of you watching. I don't know if you have taken a minute to drop your own offering. Paying your offering on Mayegun's Diary Politico is not always in dollars or in pounds or in any currency that of your choice. It is actually that button that shows like this under this video. It is called like button. If the unlike button was working, I would tell you to use it too, just to express how you feel, apart from how you are dropping your comments. Okay, use it. That is also very important. The like button, and that is your offering. If you haven't dropped it, maybe you should now. Thank you very much, Ade. Ade, Maoga, thank you very much for your generosity, your super chats. Keep up the good job, Mayegun. Love from Baltimore. Do you call it Baltimore or Baltimore? Thank you very much for that. Now let us continue. It is about us talking about those who put us in this situation, and at the same time us charting a new course that can actually change the destiny of a generation, not just ours, but those coming after us. Every little help, they say, can make a huge difference, and it starts from now. You know, one thing they also say, mind is a very powerful tool. Your mind is a very powerful tool. Depends on what you feed it. If you don't feed it with the right information, it will be as powerless as you would become. Your mind, and guess what? If you don't make use of your mind, somebody else will make use of it for you. It is just how the universe works. So before, or let me say, the sheepies that have been misled, made believe that is their sins, and that is why Nigeria is what Nigeria is to them. We need a lot of education like this for them to unlearn what they have learned before they can now be fed with the right information that are helpful enough for them to make other right decisions. Just as I've told myself, politics changes everything. If there's anything you have to learn or understand better, it is politics. Do you want to go into law? Learn politics. Do you want to go into medicine? Learn the politics of medicine. Do you want to go into academia? Learn the politics of the academia. Do you want to go into anything you want to go into? Learn the politics of everything you are going into. Because it is the politics of everything that you're going into. Yeah? That actually decides what happens in where you are going to. And for somebody like myself that knows that politics affects us in a great way, their policy, one single policy can just drop millions of people in abject poverty. One single policy can put the lives of millions of people in jeopardy. Just one single decision. And that's why I said politics then shouldn't be something that you leave to emotion only. Politicians will appeal to your fear. Politicians will appeal to your to your emotion. All things that get you so worked up. But when you understand all of them, you will be so kind of independently minded that you can decide and say, I don't believe in all this bullshit, man. And it's true. When Tifnumbu and gang, when they throw their weights around, they don't make any sense to majority of people on Mayegun's Diary Political. Do you know that? Because over time, people began to know that it is absolute emotion talking. When they talk about their politicians, especially in Yoruba land, it is their emotion talking. And how did they arrive at that? Using their emotion to blackmail you. They say you are a Yoruba man. When you see a Yoruba politician, automatically you feel like he must love you because he's a Yoruba man now. So emotionally, you expect him to love you. Then another thing is that emotionally as well, you are also kind of, conditioned to believe that a Yoruba politician has the right to rob you. If he's corrupt, yeah, fine. Yeah, it's our money is stealing. Why should an Igbo man put his mouth there? It is all social construct, social conditioning. They are here. Everything is here. So we have to unlock all of that. We have to make sure that when these criminals throw their weight around, you don't get freaked out. In fact, you get irritated because you understand them. You see through them. You see through the lie. You see through the charade. So it don't make any sense to you. That is the primary power, the weapon that you actually need, which is called the liberation power. The liberation, it is mind. You know, when it's revolution, liberation, it is of the mind because everything is here. And if you cannot separate the politics in all of these things before you reason, you are always going to get trapped in the emotional blackmail. You know, you are an Igbo man. Don't talk like that to an Igbo man. No, you know you should be supporting an Igbo man, should be supporting an Igbo man. A Yoruba man should be supporting a Yoruba man, no matter what happens. Because you shouldn't be criticizing your people. It doesn't go well. It's just going to show that you don't love yourself. You don't love the criminals. Don't love your oppressors. Even if they speak the same language like you, don't. So that is why we will use our resources to reach out to minds. The social construct minds that blinds the people from seeing the situation exactly as what it is when they won't look at it. When they will look at it with the lens of ethnic, tribe, religion. They say, but see this cup now. This is not yellow and white cup. Say, can I take a look at it? Say, yeah, please take a look. It's a yellow and white cup. McDonald's. You know what? As a Christian, we don't call this yellow. As a Muslim, you cannot call, because it's looking at it with the lens of religion. You say, us as Yoruba people, we don't see this as white. We call it gray. Oh, as Igbo people, we call it red. Well, it's actually white. This is white and yellow. Point blank. So Omayegun's Diary Political, it is to help us never to see the situation always from the prejudice mind of, I am an Igbo man. I will look at it as an Igbo man. I'm a Yoruba man. I have to look at it as a Yoruba man. I am an Hausa Fulani man. I'm an Hausa man. I want to, you know what I mean? You have to take all of that out and begin to see that the policies as well as the politics of these politicians and these rogues, past and present, their decisions, the consequences of their actions, when they come back biting, they don't select whether you are a Christian, a Muslim, what do you call it, a Northerner or a Southerner, a this or that. It is a bracket that the system drag you into and you pay the price. So why should you then see the problem or see the situation from your own religion, tribal, ethnic, class, or whatever lens you are picking up? So that is the message we want to put in the minds of the people, starting in Yoruba land. Christiana Oniyidema, thank you for your super chats or super sticker as well. My friends are being generous tonight. Thank you. I mean, I've not seen super chat for a while, so I've never had to stop talking to acknowledge a super chat, okay? So thanks to every one of you, by the way. And yeah, I can manage that distraction. Anyway. So we need to do more than just our talking like we've agreed. By the end of April, we should be able to present to you the prototype for the Yoruba Rescue Fund under the authorization, with the authorization of Baba Akintoye, that made Mayegun your own general overseer in the Temple of Truth, the first foreign reserve governor general for Yoruba nation. You can make whatever you can, or let me say, you can make do with that wherever you can. Well, you all heard it on Mayegun's Diary Political when Baba Akintoye, Professor Akintoye, Professor Adeniran Alano, and Deputy Alano, they came on to Mayegun's Diary Political and they said, Mayegun, we gave you the go-ahead based on your honest, sincere, open track record, confirmed and certified. You will be the one to raise fund for the Yoruba nation struggle worldwide. Since then, I have started the project to make it the first of its kind. You're going to love it. Trust me, everybody's going to love it. So I hope that we will present the prototype. Should I call it a demo? I don't even say prototype. Prototype when you go. No prototype. Prototype is something like you draw, you design, and no. We're going to do a demo. So I am likely going to be able to do a demo for all of you. How do you use it? How convenient is it? You know, I mean, how do I meet people? How do I know how to, and I'm going to be like, don't worry. Let's take a look. We'll do a demo and all of that before the end of the month. So we're working on it. Okay. So some said I'm a minister of finance. I'm bigger than minister of finance. You don't understand. Some of you don't understand. I told them, I said, if people understand that kind of thing where they say I'm somebody who can be in charge of more than 100 billion naira Yoruba money. Can you believe that? You're Mayegun. If I finish building what we are building, when we finish everything, safe and sound, your Mayegun, this your ordinary Mayegun, one man mopo. I'm going to be governor general. See, listen, you need to let us create something that is bigger like that because it's worldwide. All of you, if you say I want to support Yoruba nation, I'm giving them $1. It's going to come into the pocket that I have been authorized to supervise. So I may come here one day, your regular Mayegun may just be here and they will say, I'm even bigger than any central bank governor for Yoruba land. You don't understand. Like I am, that position that they gave to us, the responsibility they gave to us on Mayegun's Diary Political is bigger than Central Bank of Yoruba land. This is a foreign reserve. Money where nobody fit touch. No government fit touch her. You don't understand. I'll tell you more later. So it's bigger. So Central Bank in Yoruba land will be making withdrawal from foreign reserve. You don't get them. It's a big stuff. So imagine if you have an account with $1 billion US or more, $1 billion US for Yoruba nation. Forget it. Baba. So, but that's too much for now. I don't know. I mean, by the time the Yoruba nation money gets to £1 million, I won't be the only one in charge like that anymore, with that arrangement. They will have to talk, I'm just joking. Even if now $1 billion, you see what we are building, it will just take them like kalo. So you need to know that there's responsibility coming for all of us. Okay. Yeah. Governor General, Yoruba Nation Foreign Reserve. See? It doesn't really take much time to coin all these titles. Mayegun General. Now you say General Overseer, Temple of Truth. Mayegun, then you say the Governor General, Yoruba Nation Foreign Reserve. Mayegun General. I don't mean to do this, right? But I'm gonna do it. So when you tell them, they say, "Who is Mayegu?" You say, well, you know, get her. The general overseer of the Temple of Truth, Governor General, Yoruba Nation Foreign Reserve, Mayegun General, as he depend them.
As he dey see with us, he go dey pain them. As he dey pain them, he go dey see with us.
I didn't mean that. I just remember that song and it was just going on in my head. I need your support. Without your support, without your embracement, without everybody coming together like we did with this fundraiser, it is just going to be a dream. Okay? So it's bigger than the fundraiser. All right? It's bigger than the fundraiser. We all need to come together. Many of us are going to be able to register there. Do you want me to tell you a bit about it? Maybe I should just put you in that mood so that you can know what you are looking forward to, okay? It's not just about raising money, coming there to contribute money. No. The platform is also going to be a platform where you can register. When you register, there is going to be a platform on it where you can meet other Yorubas from all over the world. A little chatty room where everybody can exchange messages like Twitter. So if you come there and you open your own profile there, create ID for yourself, a small profile like that, you can put in your picture, your location in America. I live in Florida, US. I live in Glasgow, UK. I live in London, UK. Or I live in Minnesota in America as well, or I live in Quebec in Canada, or I live in Dubai in UAE. You know that stuff. You put that there. People knows where you are. You can meet other people from your city, and then we can always organize their events, meetings, and all that through the platform. But the most important thing is that you can meet other people, Yorubas. Okay, share information, share, stuffs like that. It's gonna be interesting, honestly. Then you know that if you don't need to go and make, don't say, oh, I don't have £10 to donate, or I don't have £100 to donate. You can set up a direct debit and say, okay, Yoruba Nation Rescue Fund can take $1 from my bank every month, just $1. Or Yoruba Nation can take £1 or £2 from my bank every month. Excuse me. Direct debit. So you know the advantage of that, let me tell you. That platform, when that platform finally brings us together enough, right? So you can just think, okay, if we have more than 200 million Yorubas worldwide that we want to discover, according to Alano, and then the first 6 months, we discover 1 million. I'm a dreamer. I'm a big dreamer, but at the same time, I always kind of also work out what is realistic now and then like that. Sure, you get. So imagine it for a minute that we have 1 million of us who sign up in 6 months on Yoruba Rescue Fund platform. And 1 million of us all over the world decided to be donating $2. Do you know what that $2 will be in a month? $2 million. Just like that. $2 million, just like that. So once we come to your bank, we take $2. We take $2. We take $2. We take $2. $2. From 1 million people, that is $2 million a month. Imagine after, let's say, a year, we have 10 million people who have signed up as Yorubas. We will promote it. You will see it. Don't worry. No rush. We'll build and finish first. Maybe we'll test everything, make sure that everything, the back end, everything is fine. Our platform where you can make your donation and your card, your bank card and statement, everything is safe and everything is fine. We clear all of that, do all the security check and security test and everything done, completed. We will promote it. We will hone it. you as a Yoruba man, a Yoruba woman, you will own it. You will see it as a place, not just a place to go and contribute money. No, 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 no. You see, when you now feel like after you make your $1, $2 direct debit every month, then you feel like, man, no, which one is $1, $2, which level? I am going to be putting $200 in that place every month. So if 10,000 people decided that they are going to be putting an average of $100, apart from their $1 or $2 direct debit, just think about that. I'll let you think. I'll let you imagine, because that's how I always imagine myself. I just sit down there. I'm just like, man, this Yoruba Nation campaign, we can actually turn it around big time. You know, we have tested our crowdfunding. We realized that we could do that. So if we want to do it better, bigger, we are actually going to turn this whole thing around. All of us. And we're going to be doing it like it's so easy, so convenient. You know what I mean? To the point that it will just be like Yoruba Nation's messages and money will now override the politicians' money. Mayegun forgets. You can never, ever overspend more than Nigerian politicians. I say, oh, mon kaka. I need to spend a bit because I will GOO. But we can spend our money in a way. Yeah, sorry if some of you don't understand that Yoruba. I said we don't need to spend our money like the politicians because we didn't steal our own money. But because our own money can go straight into our own projects, exactly what we want it to do, right? Without having to, to bribe people to deliver it for us. So when we have access to real fund, and our messages are surfacing in their schools, hospitals, offices, inside buses, cars, in the plane, on the radio, on TV. You go out there, you see the banner, the poster everywhere. You see people organizing small rallies, talking about Yoruba Nation everywhere. Now your politician go come, they spend double, triple to try and buy them back. Since our own money no be say we dey steal am, we will make sure that they spend triple, quadruple for something they always get with peanuts. Do you understand that? So last, now them go they spend more because they will be trying to undo what we are going to do. This is not going to be a battle of gun yet, because we know those who are holding us down as a people. They are not holding guns. They are wearing babariga. They are wearing agbada. They are wearing this. They are speaking Yoruba. Do you understand that? They are attending our mosque. They are attending our churches. They are attending our fundraiser. They are contributing. They are sending people to Mecca, sending people to Jerusalem. They are donating. They are called the philanthropists. Now, them, they hold us down. Because if they are not holding us down, you see those ones who are carrying guns, kidnapping us, they don't bond them well. If these ones have not sold us. So to destabilize these ones, to dislodge them, we won't shoot a bullet. And you can take that from me right now. We will not shoot a bullet before they will run out of town. But it is going to be something that we must do collectively, not individually. So that's rallying people around, bringing people to the same cause, and whatever it's going to take, bring them together, bring them to it. Is the journey we are about to embark on now. So we can make their money worthless if we have access to an endless pool of funding. I don't know if you get what I mean, but to my friends, the brethren on the temple of truth, the message is delivered. And I pray that the spirit of sincerity, the spirit of honesty, the spirit of straightforwardness, the spirit of fearlessness, the spirit of selflessness the love, affection that we have for humanity, the bond, keeping all of us together on here, even though we barely know ourselves one-on-one. But we relate so well that we care so well for one another. May that spirit in this temple of truth make this message meaningful to you, because the days ahead, the weeks ahead, the months ahead are so crucial, and we are not just going to sit down and watch. We will act. Starting from now, we will report the crimes they've committed against us by ourselves. We will no longer wait for the report of their media. We will no longer rely on the report of their politicians. And we will no longer rely on the lies of those who are living in denial of the calamities that is befalling the Yoruba land. We will get all our own evidence documented, and we will go after those who chose to be quiet when they are killing us. They said we are just kind of a crybabies. Can't you understand that it's not only Yoruba land that they are killing people? Why should Yorubas continue to pay the supreme price of sacrificing our young, our old, just to keep Nigeria going? It is too much of a price that people have paid. Somebody actually needs to speak up. Somebody actually needs to remind them. And somebody, and that somebody is going to be us as a body. We are bigger than we appear. We are stronger than we look. And we are fearless than so many people who will underrate us would imagine. One weapon, and one very, very big weapon that works well for us, is that we hate injustice. Whoever is being done to an injustice to one is considered as an injustice to all. Right? So this is where we are. And for this month, with what we have at hand, we are going to spend some chicken money, like I said. We're going to spend ₦1 million, 1.5 million naira precisely, compare what we have spent on our report as well. So we're going to be spending about ₦1,500,000 naira this week. And the result of that is something I'm going to wait for. So tomorrow evening, I'm going to come back here. If nothing happens, right? I'm going to come back here, and I am going to show you the example of the messages that we are paying for a whole month at 4 to 5 different locations. I will share them with you. You need to see them first. Look at what they look like, because in a day or two, after you watch that, after you see that example, the next you are going to see are the people that will be taking pictures, sharing them on Twitter, on Facebook, asking questions. I'm always in the happen. Oh, I saw this big massive billboard that Begao is asking the Yorubas to get ready for the Yoruba nation. You know, this and that. Oh, I saw another one that but you know what I mean? It will be talk of the town. But before they know it, you have known it first because you paid for it. So thank you so much, everyone. Initially, I thought I would be taking calls, but it's like I have missed 2 days that I haven't really kind of spent with you, and there's so much to talk about. So as it is, we can always postpone our call time. Okay, I'll take calls some other time. Mickey, Babs, thank you very much for your super sticker. Thank you. I told you, I said my friends are being generous tonight, and it's good to see that. So thank you so much for spending your time with me tonight. To everybody who has been part of this, our mission is to now take our Give, Send, Go donation page to take it to the 50 grand. We believe that there's a lot we can do with an extra 20,000 pounds that we are yet to raise. We haven't raised that. So we haven't raised our 50 grand, but we've raised over 30,000. And from our 30,000 raised, We've also spent about 13 million naira, all of this in the last 6 weeks. You know what I mean? So if we still choose to do that and at the same time fund what we have ahead of us, again, it is voluntary. Okay. Read the comments. I'll leave the link there. And I'm going to see you some other time after this. Okay. So I'll leave the link here and you can use it. You can use the PayPal. Just add the message to it. Okay. Add the message. This money is towards the fundraiser for the intervention fund. I would understand. And same thing is if you then go onto the Give Send Go, it's so easy. Use that link. Okay. I would have loved to raise us some money tonight, but we started late. Not your fault, it's mine. It's always mine. Well, and I apologize for that. Okay. So tomorrow, if I start early, right, we'll take calls, we'll raise money. Just that it's like if I don't talk about the money, if I don't talk about us raising the fund, some of my friends don't really go back there. And I don't blame you because majority of you have actually contributed, not just one time, not 2 times. Many have contributed as many times as possible. So no doubt, I appreciate every one of you who turn about. They said people do respond better when I dedicate a session to talk about the fundraiser. Well, we are not broke for now. We can at least say we have over 7 million naira in our kitty, about 8 million naira in our kitty. So that's something, right? But again, it doesn't take time. One lump request can just draw us down like that. So it's up to you, and it's over to every one of you. One more announcement I'm going to make. To all of you who probably have any kind of a remote job, hybrid job, where people can work remotely from any part of the world, as long as they have access to internet, electricity, and the rest of that, okay? So I am pleading with you, and I want you all to take this serious, please. All of us who can help. Don't take this as a passive message. If you have any online job or any kind of job for a member of this platform that lives in India, he has, or let me say, he can work as a customer service advisor. He's got this accounting, training and all of that. So I will look at his CV. I will tell you his area of specialization, but he told me he will be able to work anywhere, in any part. Mostly, the work that you have to do like remotely, okay? Because he's probably not going to be living in the country you are. Well, some of you will know what I'm talking about. Please, if you have anything that somebody can do remotely and get paid, right, on a very stable and stable kind of way, please, it is so important, right? And it is pretty much like a life-saving. If you do it, please reach out, okay? I can be contacted on through my email. Just send it, badiroolusola@gmail.com. That's my email. Okay, send me one and say, well, I got your message about this person. Can you send me a CV and let me see what I can do for him? It is so important that we do this. And just like every other one, another announcement, I remember again. Many of you remember Corporal Martins Idakpani, right? So Corporal Martins Idakpani, his lawyer has abandoned him. His lawyer said somehow it is no longer going to continue. You remember lawyer Tokwe? The lawyer Tokwe that came onto this program when I invited Mrs. Victoria Idakpani to this platform, and then we raised money for her as well in support of the family. You know what? The lawyer has abandoned Corporal Martins Idakpani. So I am going to be making some sort of a proposition soon. And you, my friends, I'm going to need your help. And when I say need your help, I'm not going to ask you to raise money for him. No, I'm going to ask for your permission for us to get somebody, a lawyer for him. Okay? So we need a lawyer. We need to get a lawyer for him. If you heard what they have done to this man, to this young man, right? To the point that they locked him up in psychiatric hospital somewhere in Sokoto. They locked him up in psychiatric hospital among people who are receiving psychiatric treatment simply because they said is so stubborn. Every time they took him to court, he's pretty much like, nobody tell me about my court case. Nobody tell me about what they are going to discuss. I don't get chance to talk to my lawyer. When I get to court, I'll be asked different questions that I don't even understand. And then my lawyer will just be there looking at me like he's not my lawyer. So then I will just be, I'll just, kind of outburst in the court. And eventually they just feel like he's getting mad, he's getting mental problem. And it's not getting any mental problem in any way, but he's been subjected to taking, all this tablets. His wife is now his own father, Corporal Martin Idakpane's father, is late. According to Mrs. Victoria Idakpane, his wife, she said that before the old man died, she always used him as a cover for the children and say, "Oh, your daddy traveled. Go, let us go to grandpa. Let's go to grandpa. Grandpa is dead now. She's on her own." I'm so grateful to Sister Liz. I have this great lady on Mayegun's Diary Political. We haven't spoken on the phone. We haven't met. She deserved to be seen and met and thanked in person. And I know she's watching me right now, Sister Liz. So thank you so much. I know you live in Edinburgh. I should have visited for all you have done for the Idakpanes through this platform on your own self. So I'm so grateful to you. And Mrs. Victoria Idakpane, she's so grateful and thankful. So she said that the lawyer abandoned them. Now nobody's looking at her husband's case. And, if we can help, please, we should help. I wouldn't mind us helping. Let's get what do you call it? Let's get a lawyer for them and monitor the case as well and see if they can get him out, because he's been there for over 2 years, if not 3 years now. And his own offense was telling Buratai the butcher to give the soldiers the good weapons before sending them to go and fight Boko Haram. Now they give them guns that are completely, terrible enough that they ended up being just sent to their death. He came out and he shouted about it, and Buratai the butcher had him arrested. He got him arrested, and they've locked him up since then, torturing him and beating him and doing all of that. Most of the time, they denied his family from seeing him. They denied them from seeing him completely isolated. Very, very unfortunate. So we should help. And I'm going to tell all of you, people said that we should open GoFundMe. Man, you know the process. So I'm going to say we should continue to make our contribution, okay? If I reach out to them, I will tell all of you that I have reached out to them. At least we have a lawyer. Didn't we pay 2 million naira to a lawyer? We paid the 2 million naira to a lawyer for Oloye Sunday Igboho. We can borrow the lawyer for some moment. I mean, he's not been doing anything for us. We don't even know when they're going to have him do something. So when I make that proposition to you, I'll propose. I'm coming back to come and propose on that. I just thought I should tell you. I've wanted to tell you for a week now. And I bet Mrs. Victoria Idakpane will be like, Mayegun didn't mention. Well, okay. May God just help me. God, please. God, as our people would do, God, please help me remind Mayegun to please mention this, please, Mayegun. No. Mrs. Victoria Idakpane, I apologize that I haven't really mentioned it all this way. It doesn't mean that it's off my mind. It's never, nothing escapes my mind, except if I just forget to mention it during my own short 2 hours broadcast. So I'm going to come back here and propose to you, my friends. And I think it's something we can do, okay? So if you are still very much with us, let us go into that, onto that link. Make your contribution. It will get to wherever you want it to get to. It will do exactly what you have it to do. And you will even be more proud with what your money can do in this struggle. Remember, it is voluntary. Don't give any money that you can't afford, okay? Don't borrow any money to make donation. And please, you can pray for us even if you don't have to give us any money. The fact that you can share it and talk to other people about it is bigger enough, okay? Thank you. Now, before you go, before everyone goes, right? Do you know that some of you haven't really liked the broadcast? You haven't, for some reason. But if you can take your time before you go, like the video, share it if you haven't. And I'm going to see you some other time. Good night.
ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì í.
Máyégún ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀ súnra kì í.
Máyégún ti dé.
Lórí Facebook.
Máyégún ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀ súnra kì í.
Máyégún ti dé.
Lórí YouTube.
Máyégún ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀ súnra kì í.
Máyégún ti dé.
Bọ́ bàbá gbé wúrẹ́.
Máyégún máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀ súnra kì í.
Máyégún ti dé.
Ijó ìgbádìyẹ.
Máyégún máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀ súnra kì í.
Máyégún ti dé.
Prẹ̀sìdó bá rúfin o.
Máyégún máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀ súnra kì í.
Máyégún ti dé.
Kí gómìnà kówó jẹ.
Máyégún máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀ súnra kì í.
Máyégún ti dé.
Ọlọ́pàá tí ń darí bá.
Máyégún máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀ súnra kì í.
Máyégún ti dé.
Aṣòfin tí ń rúfin o.
Máyégún máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀ súnra kì í.
Máyégún ti dé.
Òkúra olóṣèlú.
Máyégún máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀ súnra kì í.
Máyégún ti dé.
Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì í.
Máyégún ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀ súnra kì í.
Máyégún ti dé.
Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì í. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì í. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran o.
Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì í. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì í. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran.
Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ o, Máyégún ó sọ pé wọ́n ò fẹ́ bẹ̀. Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀, Máyégún ó sọ pé wọ́n ò fẹ́ bẹ̀. Oníkan ṣáàtì ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe fáwọn ará ìlú tó gbé wọn débẹ̀ o.
Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì í. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì í. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.
Ha! Kì máa yí ṣe eré, ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀. Kì máa yí ṣe eré, ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀. Ẹni bá ti lè lẹ́bọ̀ lẹ́rù o, ọmọ bá dèrò kàṣàyè tú wọn síta.
Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì í. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì í. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.
Tẹnitẹni ọmọ Máyégún ọ̀rẹ́ ara ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni mo fọlọ́run sọ ẹ̀ bá kìlẹ́bù. Lóòótọ́ olódodo ìlú ọ̀tá ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni ìwọ ṣá máa ń ṣọ́ra kò sì mọ́ bẹ̀rù. Bọ́tà ń lè rí bóníṣègùn lé káwọn mọ̀mọ́ fi ṣera wọn ni ó ti dẹrùn tí wọn ò gbọ́dọ̀ sì mọ́ bẹ̀. Èèpo ọ̀bọ lọmọ bá dérò tàjẹ́ ò gbọ́dọ̀ jẹ́, ó ti jọba lórí àbínú ẹni kò sì mọ́ fòyà. Àìsíwọ́lu ní ẹnìkẹ́ ìgbódì ẹyin lábàrá o, ó kó ẹni tó bá dán wò á kàmù. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ túnra kì í. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ túnra kì í o. Ẹni bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò òní fi wọ́n níran o.
Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì í. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì í. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.